Take a live look over Winston-Salem, where the sun is about to set after one of the nicest days we've seen in the Triad in quite some time. But things are expected to change by morning as lots of rain will roll through starting tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Ben Briscoe. Some parts of the Triad could see up to 2 inches. That comes with a drop in temperatures down to 40 degrees, a big change from today's 60s. Meteorologist Alex Williams is tracking the rain. How long will this wet weather stick around?
Well, Ben, it will be pretty much all day as we go into the day tomorrow that we're going to see that. Right now, thankfully, dry for any date nights that might be planned. It is Valentine's Day after all, right? We're talking 58 degrees in High Point right now. I do want to point you out and pay attention to that dew point. The dew point there, 27, indicates some drier air across the region. And so we're going to have to kind of watch and see how much of that rain gets eaten as we go through the overnight. That's why I think it'll be dry for any date night plans tonight, and we really won't start to pick up on the rain until tomorrow. The other good news, we're almost to 6 o'clock. In fact, tomorrow looks like it'll be our first 6 o'clock sunrise. And that is definitely some very exciting news there. Don't know how much of it we'll actually see because of how rainy it'll be, but nonetheless, we're heading in the right direction as far as those daylight hours are concerned, and definitely some of the longer day periods. So there's satellite radar showing some of those scattered showers already starting to lift into portions of, say, northern Georgia and into northeast Tennessee and eastern Kentucky as well. And then overnight tonight, I don't think it'll be until after midnight that we could even see the chance of a stray shower. But if we look at our localized radar here, this is Morristown's radar, and you can see the rain still back towards the Knoxville area. Hasn't even crossed back into East Tennessee, my hometown. And then it'll be crossing the mountains tonight and into the Triad as we go into the day tomorrow. So current conditions looking pretty nice. We're in those mid 50s, some upper 50s sprinkled in there today as well. And so, you know, if you're not necessarily bothered by the cold, you can go out without a jacket tonight. It's that nice of an evening. There's the clouds. They will stick with us tonight. And then we'll see those rain chances really start to ramp up, especially as we go into the morning hours tomorrow. That's when we're expected to see the rain really start to ramp its way up, especially into the mid-morning hours. And temperatures, as I already mentioned, will be in the 40s. Not going to be a very nice, warm day tomorrow. However, I think we'll make up for it as we go through the next 7. So rain anywhere from an inch, inch and a half, and yes, even some places being painted up to possibly 2 inches. So you can see a little bit of these light showers possibly after midnight, and then maybe a little bit of a break. And the better lift now starts to move in as we go towards, say, the afternoon hours of our Sunday into the evening hours as well. And I think that's when we're going to see these periods of very heavy rain through the day tomorrow. So inside tomorrow, you can be out tonight, but inside tomorrow because it's going to be chilly and we're going to be dealing with these scattered showers. Thankfully, it doesn't last all that long. It'll be pulling out as we go into our Monday, and we'll be starting off the work week on a drier note. So there's the rainfall forecast. Again, upwards to 2 inches, maybe for some folks. I think an inch and a half is within the realm of expectation. Because of all that rain coming down onto our very dry ground, we could see isolated instances of flash flooding. So we are at that level 1 out of 4 for that flash flooding potential. So there we are. If we erase Sunday off the map and we just start with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, look at those temperatures. Upper 60s to, yes, the lower 70s by our Thursday. We will have to watch out, though, for another cold front approaching the area as we go Thursday into Friday. Could bring a few scattered showers around, but temperatures very much above average.
Well, at least it's a good day to stay inside and do your chores. Thanks, Alex. Remember, you can keep up to date with our 24/7 radar. It's streaming right now on WFMY Plus as that rain moves in. It's Valentine's Day, so love is in the air, and so are the deals. The popular Lee and Wrangler sale is back this weekend with everything $20 or less. Take a look at the long lines outside Contour Brands in Greensboro this morning. Contour owes Lee and Wrangler. Doors opened at 10, but people were lined up way before then. This sale will run through Sunday, February 22nd from 10 to 6 each day. And this is key. Listen up. They do restock every night. So if you get there early in the morning, you got a good chance of finding the best stuff. Cash and credit cards are accepted, but not checks. Also today, Mass General Store is holding its Be a Sweetheart fundraiser through Sunday. For every pound of bulk candy purchased, each store will donate $1 to help your neighbors get something to eat. Officials say that single dollar could stretch to about $5 in food value, helping provide several healthy meals. The Winston-Salem location is going to be supporting Second Harvest Food Bank of Northwest North Carolina, which serves 18 counties across our region. Plus, Islamic Relief USA is hosting a food distribution ahead of Ramadan in Greensboro this weekend. Food insecurity in North Carolina has been rising over the past year. Feeding America reports 1 in 7 people in North Carolina face hunger. That's over 1.6 million people in our state alone. Islamic Relief USA plans to hand out about 280 food boxes, all to help local families. We spoke with one organizer who says this is the organization's responsibility.
This is a part of what we're charged with. We're charged to feed the poor and make prayer available for people, wherever we are. So anytime we see the public coming like this, it's a real blessing for them and it's a real blessing for us.
The distribution started this afternoon at W.D. Muhammad Islamic Center over on East Bessemer Avenue. And if that's not enough love being spread, the city of Burlington is celebrating its 133rd birthday today. To celebrate, couples were able to reaffirm their commitment to one another in a vow renewal ceremony. The celebration continues with the downtown wine and chocolate walk, where people can enjoy curated pairings at more than 15 local businesses. Tickets cost $20 and include a commemorative glass and all the sweet and savory samples with that last pour not too long from now at 6:45. We'll have more from the celebration coming up tonight at 11. And if you're planning on going out later, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are spending big this Valentine's Day. I was out last night with some friends. It was packed in Greensboro. And Christian Lazar has the numbers.
This Valentine's Day, Americans are projected to spend more than $29 billion, with shoppers budgeting a record $199 on average for gifts. And while most spoil their significant others or family members, consumers will also spend a record $2.1 billion on something special for their pets, up from $1.7 billion last year. There's also a rise in self-love spending. About 1 in 4 people are expected to buy a gift for themselves.
Now, if you want to spread the love to local businesses this weekend, our Giselle Thomas posted a video to our Facebook page earlier today explaining how.
Are you still looking for a place to go to celebrate Valentine's Day? Well, a small tip could be supporting your local businesses and restaurants. Over the past few weeks, we've had winter storms that truly shut down business for many small businesses all throughout the Triad. We were able to speak to some business owners who say with that pause, they are looking forward to and expecting to see lots of people come through the doors on this Valentine's Day. A tip, if you call in advance and also be flexible with your timing, that could help you secure a spot.
This evening, Aggies are celebrating after North Carolina A&T participated in this year's NBA All-Star HBCU Challenge. The game took place last night in Los Angeles, where they faced their longtime rival, the Hampton Pirates. Our Bryce Parker has more on the matchup and the ending that you have to see to believe.
Ben, these two teams have competed for conference titles against each other for over 3 decades. Less than a month ago, A&T went on the road to take on the Pirates. They unfortunately were going to lose that game by 21 points. But last night, the Aggies would get their revenge on the big stage. Now, with less than 10 minutes to go, Aggies trailing by 2. Junior guard Trent Middleton Jr. drives right, puts up a reverse layup, gets the bucket to go to tie the game, and gets the foul. He would later sink the free throw to put the Aggies up by 1. Hampton would get a good look at the basket as time expired, but they could not get the shot to go in as North Carolina A&T gets its revenge in Los Angeles.
I knew it was gonna lie, man. It was a tough one. It was a hard game. The whole game, coach put us in a good position. I just had to do it. I had to get it done. I'm thankful for my teammates. Man, stay together. Like you said, it's been tough loss, but even coming down to good possessions, and we fought it, and we got it to win.
To a developing story out of Winston-Salem, Winston-Salem State University announced earlier today that head men's basketball coach Corey Thompson has been fired. Thompson was hired in 2024, spending the last 2 seasons leading the Rams. In his tenure, the men's program has posted a 12-37 record, having won 7 of those games this season. The school announced that they are elevating assistant coach Tony Jones as their interim head coach. Now, the Rams have 3 more games left on their regular season schedule. They're currently hosting Shaw University right now for their senior night. We'll have an update on that matchup in our 11 p.m. sports report.
Happening right now, a partial federal government shutdown is hitting the Department of Homeland Security. But Second Harvest Food Bank says key nutrition programs like SNAP are not being impacted this time. The organization says programs like SNAP, WIC, and emergency food assistance remain funded, but even a short pay delay for federal workers could create real stress for families living paycheck to paycheck. In response, Second Harvest says it's monitoring possible federal policy changes, and any federal employees that need help are encouraged to reach out using the number on your screen. And you can do that anytime. The partial shutdown comes after Congress could not come to terms on a way to fund DHS by last night's deadline. Most DHS workers will remain employees, although most of them won't get paychecks until the lapse in funding is resolved. The partial shutdown comes as Senate Democrats seek reforms to ICE after recent immigration crackdowns leading to civilian deaths.
The American people know ICE is out of control. They need to be reined in. They're brutalizing everyday Americans and law-abiding immigrant families. They're not targeting violent felons who are here illegally. The president made that promise. He lied.
ICE has done a phenomenal job. Border Patrol, we have a closed border for the first time in history. We have to protect law enforcement, our police, our Border Patrol, ICE, and others in law enforcement. And I'm very much, look, I know what they want. I know what they can live with. The Democrats have gone crazy.
The DHS is the last federal agency that needs funding for the rest of the 2026 fiscal year. That goes through the end of September. Now, it's important to note that the public, you're probably not going to feel this partial shutdown since all other parts of the federal government, including the IRS and national parks, they are staying open. New at 6, an update in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Investigators say they found new DNA clues at Guthrie's property. It's the latest in the missing persons case that's now on day 14. Jen Sullivan has more.
The desperate search for Nancy Guthrie stretching toward a 3rd week. Authorities in Tucson, Arizona working around the clock to find the missing 84-year-old.
We're doing everything we can, humanly possible. We want to find Nancy.
The latest clue in the case, DNA evidence found at Guthrie's property. Friday night, more than a dozen law enforcement vehicles, including SWAT and forensics, were seen at a residence 2 miles from her home for several hours. Authorities were also seen towing a Range Rover from the parking lot of a restaurant, but no word yet if that's connected to the case. And investigators have also found several gloves, but so far, no suspects.
If we knew who it was, we'd be on it.
Guthrie is the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. She was reported missing February 1st. She was last seen the night before in her home in the rugged Catalina foothills.
The homes are not right next to each other. They're really spread out. A disappearance, a kidnapping in one home, the next house would not even know about it.
Based on this recently released doorbell camera video at Nancy Guthrie's door, the FBI says the suspect is a man with an average build and about 5'9", 5'10". They say he was wearing an Ozark Trail hiker backpack. Since Guthrie's disappearance, her children have published videos pleading for her safe return. The most recent posted on Savannah Guthrie's Instagram account, old footage of her mother with the message, "We will never give up on her." I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Date night should be dry tonight. We are not expecting the rain showers to really start to fall until after midnight. And then even after that, I think the better rain chances aren't going to be until tomorrow afternoon. Then we get into our Monday. We'll dry out. We'll clear out those clouds, upper 50s. Then the clouds kind of settle in as we go into next week. Could be the high cloud variety, most likely. But temperatures will still be way above average. We're talking upper 60s to 70 degrees by Thursday. Maybe another brief system into Friday there.
It's crazy how the weekends are always such different weather than the week.
Yeah. I know, right?
It seems like it's
every
like down
single
and
weekend, we seem to get some of those rain chances, and then we're dry during the week.
We'll have more at 11, and remember 24/7 radar anytime on Plus.